Alright. We're trying it again. For those of you who have seen those videos that I made all that time ago, well then welcome. But for those of you who haven't, then welcome to my new attempt at this aggressively painful challenge. Because here we are, trying it again. Okay, alright. So, our new character. His name will be... Proof time. Alright. Good. Let's do this. Try to get through the first portion of the game as quickly as possible, that we can start grinding the hell out of everything else. Pretty cool if somebody happened on the stream. Pretty cool. Experience my enjoyment of self-torture. Okay, so, for those of you who are seeing this and are aware of the challenge, here's how it works. I'm only able to enter into these training minigames for one skill. That is the rule. I'm allowed to acquire skills by other means, but this is the only grinding I'll do for a skill. So clovers are important, because they can give me randomized stat buffs for other skills, giving me higher chances for range attacks, block rates, and it'll unlock new skills as well, which is insanely important. Because it'll give me, again, more blocks. Dodges are insanely important, since at a certain point, even if I get perfect blocks, I will just die from the damage. This is unavoidable. I have to do this. There's no way of avoiding this. It's like, yeah, it's fully unavoidable. It's impossible to not do this portion of the tutorial. So that's just a no-go. There we go. Mentioned it's only like 11 skill that I get from doing that, so it really doesn't matter. Like, oh, also, this points allocation system, I am not allowed to allocate points to other skills. It's a no-go. It can only go into my melee skill. Because otherwise, well, that'd be gaining a benefit to my other skills through a training method, which is just a no. Alright. This training sword, it's not worth it, since the shield I don't benefit from it. So I'm going to be using either daggers or paddle for most of this. But the easiest one for most of it I'm going to be using is the paddle, or the two-handed weapon, thanks to its cleave attack, allowing me to hit all targets. At a certain point, it kind of becomes a no-hit run with, like, a ring. Well, there is a ring that allows me to take a single hit, essentially, because it'll just prevent me from dying. I think it's called the roof ring. That is the only way to avoid a one-hit death. So, having this cleave will allow me to do this fairly well. Alright. Blocks are basically useless. So, yeah, this is when the grinding starts. Hops. Who is an oddly suspicious fellow asking us to go find the shiny stones and all these other magical artifacts to defeat the evil witch. Generic storyline, I know. But for the next little bit, I am going to be grinding. That way I can get through the first few stages of the game. That happens. That's no big deal. Jeez, most points. Couple level ups. Gotta get there. I honestly forgot that I can upgrade the camp a bit, so I'm gonna do that now to make my training a little bit more efficient. Get this up to silver. Then we'll do the next couple of levels. This is gonna be a lot of grinding because when I die, it's a hard reset. That's how my first run went. And it did not last very long as a result of that. I just kind of died at like the 10th level because I didn't grind high enough. So as to not waste my time, I will be grinding all the missions. Now it's just go till there was a way to make it so I would... No, that'd be too brutal, wouldn't it? Nah, yeah, that'd be way too brutal. Yeah, I don't think that'd be very feasible. Bit too brutal. Unlocked. This is probably the most important skill of the entire, well, second only to my primary skill, because this will allow me to, well, essentially make people unable to attack me for moments. So the way I would do that is to make it so that the boss can't fight me back, and effectively just dodge all of his attacks once I've taken out all of his buddies. And that is going to be basically the whole strat of this entire run. So let's do our first mission. Surprise ambush. I'm going to be doing a lot of damage. See 1,000 damage, very overkill. But I want to be able to effectively one-shot bosses consistently. First of all, I haven't unlocked or dodge yet, which is important to note. armor is also fairly pointless, seeing as, well, I'm not gonna have much health to defend. I should also note that exiting combat in the middle of it, if I have not already completed it, is against the rules of the challenge. So yeah. You can also turn off the helmet because I don't like having it there. Okay. 1200 damage. So I will not be able to one-shot the boss the next one. So I'm gonna go here. Blacksmith, ayo. Okay. We're at the training camp. And we're gonna do the missions for the next medal. I'm actually a huge fan of the way that they changed the skill upgrading. They made it a lot less competitive. The changes to training to get higher skills. I think that was a good idea. So if this challenge does well, I might translate it to the original Swords and Souls game, as I do have access to that one. I got the that bundle of all those games. Maybe I'll do challenge runs with all of those. All of them are really great. Like maybe a no death run for Rogue Souls. Probably the second one, since the first one is basically just endless mode. Which, don't get me wrong, great game. Very iconic, very big part of my childhood. But not exactly the kind of game you can implement a challenge to. Oh, I was really on that swing. Oops. Oddly relaxing. And I don't know how I missed that one. Looking at it, it just hit me. Jesus, I think that means it's time to take a break from training. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Alright. It's most of the way through bronze, and more than doubles my damage up. So that should be enough for the next few missions. To the hills, alright. one-shot the boss, so I could do it up front, but again, I'm not risking my life already. Just a bad idea. So, we're gonna head back to Soul Town, and we've unlocked the museum, which is going to be a very big part of this run. This guy. All hail the Shroom, because he is the only thing that makes this run even remotely doable, and not self-torture. Because, damn, I do not enjoy how little access I get to the other skills, and he's the only access I get for the other skills. So when I thought out this run, I was thinking, oh, I might as well not even spend any money unlocking those other skills, since that's just gonna pull away from my clover buffs. And then I was like, wait, those clover buffs can go towards those other skills, which means I can effectively train them by getting lucky. Which is fair game, since this challenge run is already so brutal. See, first clover of the run. I'm not going to be using any clovers until I unlock only the agility path. Because I do not want those extra skills going towards anything else. I mean, if it goes to defense and attack, womp womp, who cares, move on. Also, I finished runs. I need to raw dog the rest with just stat ups and level ups. Okay, so that should be enough for the next level, or for the next, yeah, floppy spears. Here we go. Bandits, no, it's goblins still. Okay. Fuck. Ah, shit. Well, what do you expect? 20 minutes down the drain. But what can you do? 8 noobs. 16 minutes. I want to see exactly where I died with this guy again. Old Prince. That's weird. I don't know how I messed up that hard. I'll have to go check. Recording. Your name will be the fourth. Since you look like some kind of goofy ass Brit. Alright. Speedrun the early game. Alright, yeah. Great start. And then we have the town. Here. Gives us the money. Daily skill, and we start riding. Yep, I got it. Shut up. A blunt stick. And cut apples in half. Sorry. That's video game logic for you. Alright, just he's gonna tell us to do the upgrades for the camp. Upgrade defense. Really wish that wasn't part of the tutorial, because it just makes me feel weird about skills. Just as before, we will be equipping our old paddle. Back out here. We'll succeed. This still just lives at not my screen anymore. Spam through monologue for like times at this point. So it should be mentioned that I did do a bit of an attempt on some of the other skills, just to see how feasible they were. Obviously, defense was a no-go, since if I went defense, I wouldn't be able to do any damage. Sorcery was an interesting one, and did do decently well, surprisingly enough, but its lack of AoE was, well, it was the downfall, and I wasn't able to do very well. Similar with ranged. Ranged did decently, not even as well as sorcery though, so also a waste of time. And then of course, agility was in a similar situation as wood, or for, not wood, sorry, defense. Since there was just no buff to damage output by trading it. So, I'm kind of just, for now, I might, if I manage to succeed this challenge, I might attempt a sorcery variation. Maybe I'll do it where I can, or maybe I'll do a defense or an agility one where I can allocate those level up points to my other skills. Because that would be the only way that would be possible. Although, by all means, go prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong. Love to see that done. Ask now for how to play. Doing this so that I can share my love for video games and entertainment with other people, perhaps. I like people. So, having something to share with people people in general is it's nice. It's enjoyable. Nice. Yep, decent little bits. That one. Alright, I forgot to talk to you. Do some missions. It's almost like you're guaranteed a level 3 item at the end of the first mission. Yeah, it almost seems like every single time I get one of the level 3 items, one of the wildling pieces. I don't know. Must be just a goofy kind of coincidence or something. G2. This time, I'm going to make sure I have dodge unlocked. Fight that I just did. Because I think I did that for the other run as well. I plan on fuck. Ugh. Pardon my French. There we go. That should allow me to avoid dying that poorly again. Ah. Next order of business, unlock agility, which gives me access to passive swift, which gives me dodge charges. Or a dodge charge. So now I can dodge once, and then it has to recharge. Another important part of this run is to invest into the museum early, because without that museum investment, you don't make much money. Since it's development slower and you don't get a lot of money, which is kind of doesn't really happen here because of the fact that, well, you don't get very much like advancement in the game. So a lot of those days that are spent, like in-game days that pass, are spent in the training. Which means we need high investment, big time investments. Sure, it'll slow down our early game advancement a little bit more, but it'll be worth it, because it'll mean that I'll be able to level up our rounds more. Just might not be as quick in the early games. It'll be worth it. Slow over the run. We're gonna be none of those for a while. Probably gonna pitch on all of our clovers for the first acts, honestly. Your chapter, wherever it's called. Because that'll mean I'm getting more out of these clovers. Fairly rare. Actually, the idea that I got from the back of this challenge was to try and make it more feasible. Because the amount that you get from the clovers scales over time. I don't know exactly how. I think it has something to do with your level, so that way it doesn't give you too much skill boost for your current state. But if I buff my level a ton, that means that all of those like scalings that happen should apply to clovers, and as a result make my little skills a lot bigger and advance more quickly by extent. Should get enough from this to... Alright. Silver. Let's get one of these, which I'm going to instantly put into my Swift. Can't do another one because I need gold level. That means I'm going to be stuck with 2 dodge charges for a while. I'm also going to dip this into my basic special attack, which means I should be able to use it twice in combat now. It'll be important later. Probably here's where our last run was a fail. This knocks out everybody except for the king. Dodge, is the way. That's why the dodge is so important. Eventually, even those blocks, even if they're like perfect blocks, won't matter because I will just be taking too much damage. I'm going to hold on to a bit longer. Oh, yes. Another thing that happens here is very nice damage buff from leveling up my weapons. If I can do twice here. Earlier than you normally would be able to. Because I invested so early. Wow. See, that's over triple damage. No, it's actually, I think it's actually exactly triple. Here, we're gonna do some more missions. I wish that you could use the other weapon types during these minigames. Yes, you use the sorcery staff for the sorcery minigame and the shield for the defense minigame. I wish you could use like the big old two-handed cleaver for this one, or the daggers. I think that'd be cool. No, tiny detail that doesn't technically matter. It's technically pointless. I just think that'd be really cool detail. Also, I will note that I will not be purchasing the other two skills, those being ranged and sorcery, a little bit. Because if I do, that means that the skills I get from those clovers can actually go with that. And right now, I just need a lot of agility. The next one's going to be ranged and sorcery. I might not buy it all. Because ranged will help me essentially just drag out fights longer, allowing my abilities to recharge, those being my blocks and dodges. Because the more blocks I have, the better. Because that is the only way to fully avoid damage. The only way. And if I can block, or if I can fully avoid damage for a couple turns at a time, it means I can get my other skills back, which can let me kill them or render them useless. So that is the only reason I would make ranged, especially since, again, it's pretty placebo-esque damage. You can't actually train the skill, which I can. It's very placebo. Which means the two skills that, if I could train just two, it would be this melee skill, and it would be the dodge skill, or the agility rather, because it does give an HP buff too. Pretty cool. Gives a HP, gives cooldown reduction for the dodges themselves. At this point, most of the skill I get is going to be from missions, and then after that, it just takes a lot of grinding because you're not supposed to have. It's meant to slow down your train. That way, you can't just overtrain everything and then just sweep it. So, making a lot of money is important. Utilizing the access to these missions as quickly as possible is also very important. So that means every time I upgrade a tier in my melee skill, I basically instantly want to do all those missions because the amount that they give is really great. Like look at 221 skill when I'm just only getting like 8 for my stat ups. A lot more efficient. Eventually they do run out. Like, I think you only get about 15 missions points per rank. Okay, I don't quite remember. Ah. First try for the start combo there. I like doing that. Makes me feel better about myself. Sometimes it takes me so many attempts to get it. It's really easy to mess up. Oh, Jesus. Alright, where's that put us? There, a bit over half. A couple level ups here, and go into there. Right, skills. I don't think I can invest another one. Yes, I can. And there we go, 30% chance for double damage, and it's every 6 turns I get. And it's nice and 25 silvers. Do I want to get study? There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is the only way I can get agility training. See? We're getting there. It's very helpful. Very important to the run. Okay, that means... Let's do the math here. If I need around 10,000 skill to get this rank up, that means I need to do 300 stat ups. You can, I bet you can probably see why this takes so freaking long. Next to that. Okay, Ritz & Co. This is the one that got me last time. Oh, I don't even need to. I get plenty more. So, 36,000. Okay, so these companions also can save to the run, because they are the only... That and pets. Them and pets are also very important, because they can take decent hits. So if an enemy attacks them, that saves me a dodge, which, yes, it's RNG, and I do not... The concept of relying on RNG doesn't rub right with me in almost any circumstance. I don't want to buy these. I don't care about the other skills. But I'm going to hire Ritz nice and quick here, because getting the relationship buff is important. Because they unlock better stuff, which makes them more useful. See, 5,000 damage compared to my very pathetic 800. I got more than doubled just from that one single close hit. See, that's important. Dodge. Technically, this armor is great to have because it does give a decent damage reduction, like 16% damage reduction, pretty decent, but it scales with your defense stat, and since my defense stat is effectively 0, it kind of doesn't matter. But eventually, it will matter because it will eventually get a better defense stat. Oh, nice. 2 skill hits. That is awesome, actually. Yeah. Seafood Scarlet Wolf, okay. What now? Eat my approval or something? I like him. It's funny. That was 10. Yeah. Not great. Yeah. I'm gonna want to upgrade my training. Be a bit more effective before I start grinding way too much. Alright. We got music and attack. So I do know I'm going to be doing a little bit of re-educating myself. So, first attack is to left knee. It's great to know. The other second one is kind of defensive. But their attack is aggressive because of push. It is so aggressive. Their stuff. Shoulders. So equip it. Oh, I haven't equipped a better helmet yet. 3 daggers. I think this is like the 3 just attack ones, right? Yeah. Which I can just one shot. Easy. And the first ring of the run. Hunter Ring. Which is effectively useless to me. Let's see, my range damage is 30. There's a lot of better rings out there, which we will find eventually. Beat a mole. See? 30 damage. That was risky. I probably shouldn't have done that fight yet. Almost. Alright, that's the mole ring that gives max HP, which is actually decently okay for this run. Because it gives me, let's see, current health is 2,300. Now it's 2,000. That's an extra 500 health. It's pretty good. It means I can maybe do a perfect block once. Oh, I can start construction, which gives XP buffs. I'll do you. Big tall house. Nice. Blacksmith. Magic table. Huh? What do you got for me? Useless. Nice. Take the money. And a level up. So you're halfway to the next skill level. That's great news. Don't think I can actually do this again yet. Yeah, gold rank. Technically speaking, bulky, the next level of bulky is pretty useless for the first level. So I'll take bash. But unfortunately, bash is also kind of pointless to upgrade, since combats don't usually last 12 turns. Anyway, so. Also, I think... No, you have 3 more days. In that case... Upgrade yet? No. Last fight was way too close. I think I need to train. We're gonna be doing this for the next, like, 15 minutes or so. I think. 15 minutes sounds reasonable. The house upgrades, though, should mean that these level ups that I get from all this training will happen more, which is great news. Because that should speed up the training a tiny bit. Not to mention, I level up this. I can benefit more from this level up as the levels are higher. And again, I'm not exactly familiar with how the speed works in this game. Jeez, man. That's brutal. Ugh. It's gonna take a minute. Should need to build now. That's great. Is that enough money for you? Maybe not. Pirates again. Should be enough for the next mission. Just gonna I want stairs in my house. Alright. Let's do this. Do 43,000 damage. Not double. Next one should be one guy, or let's do guys. Just don't even need a lift. We're good. Comfortably. Helmet, might as well equip it. It is 2 combats, right? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure there's 2 more combats here. So I am going to just leave that in. Oh. Nice. Nice. Pretty great all around. Which means I can upgrade the camp. Nice. Alright. Get closer to that rank up with agility. So, that'll be good news when that happens. There was this training thing in the first game where you could essentially start with the training fast to make the training a little bit less dull and slow. I wish that was implemented in this game. It would help. Alright, let's see where we're at. Oof. We're getting there. What does that put our damage output at? 46,000. So 4 days, jeez. More training. Those magic apples really freaking me. Yeah, we need to stop. Please. Please, no. So close. You know, there's a 30% chance that I get an extra duration for it. So, I mean, that's cool. There's like 15 rank ups. Or stat ups. Let's run. 10,000! Hooray! It's a good day. Means I go like that. I think if I go no. Bummer. Right, opportunist. I think I'm gonna put the points in there. Because opportunist means I get a potential free attack. Which could be huge. Again, I don't like relying on RNG, and I probably won't need to rely on that, but it's always helpful, and it can make any fight a lot safer. So I will be investing in this. And this is now our acquaintance, which means we should be comfortable to defeat the Royal Guard here. Oh, okay. Or just do this. Nice. Big. This fight is as good as over. Thief, huh? Nah, I'm doing the right thing. Right? That is one of the most important items of the run. The fox ring. So important. Unfortunately, I can only wear 2 rings at once. Kind of weird. So. Chance. Not bad. Haven't unlocked the shop yet. And talk to you. Now we need the magic bow from Pupsy. Their pet Pupsy. Investing more, so that means 3 a day. Should be able to just do lost stumps nice and comfortably all alone. So I'll do that next, just to get the benefits of a day passing. Hi, Stumpy. Hi, Stumpies. Oops. That's why I held on to it. Technically didn't need to do that, I don't think. Oh. No, see, objects. Right. Town. Well, let's do those missions. Like I said, they're very important, and they give you good stat ups for effectively free. And this is the most free of all of the training upgrades. Because there's always a perfect. All you need to do is not be an idiot. Very, very helpful. See how many perfects that is? Nice. So helpful for the freaking perfect combo. And I am really bad at this game. Am I getting from these missions? Let's find out. Oh my god. Oh, come on. That's kind of bull. $300. I'm only getting 11 from stat up. Where are we at? Very nice start. Okay. $68,000. Whole lot of nutting. enough to... No. Let's do some more. Ah, shit. Come on. Alright. Just shy of 90,000 damage. There you freaking go. Platinum for that. Start investing back into Bash, I suppose. I won't bother grabbing the Ritz for this first fight, since I know this is pretty easy. Halt, peasant. I'd rather not. Oh, wait, I just remembered. Oh, no. I'm good. Fine. Don't even worry. New armor. Yay. I don't have Firebolt or Poison Arrow yet, so... We're good. We're chilling. huge. Huge, 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 huge. Turtle Ring gives an extra block charge. Oof Ring is other most important item. Pretty well off, you know. Okay. Plenty of books to read. I'm all after books, so. Don't actually know which pet is best. Or like, or worse. All I know is this is Turtle Ring is okay, gives cooldown. These two are the ones I'm gonna be running for a while until I get a third slot. Red's Death, once per combat. That means if I mess up or run out of dodges, that means I have one free hit I can take. As long as it's not a poison hit, then I won't. If I get hit by a poisoned attack, then I'm just kind of dead. And Fox Ring naturally just gives me access to it. It's potentially a third dodge if I play my cards right. Which I probably won't, since I'm kind of a dummy. Kind of stupid over here. Right, I'm gonna grab this, and we're gonna go do some more missions. So those range attacks, you can technically block them, and if you perfect block, you can deflect them. So that is the only way block is actually kind of helpful in this game, or for this challenge at least. Just assassin over. Attack here. Man, she winks at me. Whoa! Crazy. Anyway. My favorite thing. The things I make is nice for you to buy them, but do you appreciate the variety they offer? I hope you... Can't imagine you using one. Yeah, sorry buddy, I have kind of been using only one. I feel terrible doing it, but kind of have to. From here to here, it's an additional 29,000 damage and some extra block damage. I haven't even unlocked the range skill yet. You're giving me tips on it. For a teacher, you're not very smart. Nice. I'll love that for me. Alright. We'll finish up the missions. Jesus. Missions. Now, let's see where that puts me, and suck. My friend throws out those really bad to dodge and stuff. Magical apples. They're just kind of annoying. The apples, I like them. Magical ones are okay until they start speeding up. Then they just freaking track. I don't like that. Oh, huge! Just all the way to the next rank. That is insanely helpful. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. 141,000 damage. Impressive. Is pretty good. Tay good. Oh, that reminds me. We want to get a pet before we continue. I think I'll get the mole. So EWEQ. Come here. Oh, oops. Okay, since I already finished that level, I'm allowed to leave it. I made that rule for myself a while ago. Beautiful. Come back here. Ourselves a nice little mole pet we love very much. Snatch a couple of these super candies. Car. And we are going to go continue. Awkward Grove. He's there only to take an extra hit. Oh, shit. Forgot about this. New companion. May have messed up. We're fine. Doesn't matter. I was able to survive that first hit thanks to the U-frame. Alright, so I'm gonna start doing some fishing and stuff. because this gives me extra income. More complete the aquarium is, the money I make from the museum. Trout. Nice. Blazefish. Bass. Taking a second. Probably a blazing fish. So now, oh shoot. aquarium 20%, which is bumping up my income a fair amount. The more unlocks in here, completion here. More museum income, the higher my invested share, the more I get. And I suppose working at the train camp. I'll buy my buddy. Oh yeah, this one's purely lore. The joke is that this guy is like similar to me, and eventually he starts noticing weird stuff happening, and then oh my goodness, ship's finally leaving, and that's when the boat got him. Ha 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 ha. Funny, see? More training. About an hour, 10 minutes into this run now. It's pretty reasonable progress, actually. I want to do something really quickly before we get back into this next training montage here. Sorry. There we go. Technical difficulties have been fixed and dealt with. Damn, I'm seriously having some tech difficulties here. I'm very sorry, people. It's not like anybody's watching us. Yeah, it's not like I need to train anyway. Just grab Jin. It's gonna help me with a couple missions. Correct. Caucix? Oh yeah, these guys, they're pretty free. Spend the first 2 turns setting up. First turn buffing himself, and the second turn fighting. And the second and then the third turn using kamikaze. It's pretty free. More than free. Dare you hit him. making some serious progress here. It's great. One moment. All right. We are now good to go. Wow, look at that huge hit. Also a pretty free fight. Armor upgrades. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. It's fairly useless for me. Oh, nice. Oh, sweet. Do that yet? Is it? It's a big upgrade. 37,000 damage. Can afford stuff to chop. This is the next big purchase I will be making. Silver clover, higher chance for clovers in training, and otherwise, or just in general, right? A little bit. It doesn't help much, but it'll be good to have. Bargain. Stock cycles. This is a Lord of the Rings reference. The name of it. It's just cave. Come on. No. Okay. Little gremlins. Yep, there it is. Soldier ring. Chance of a free special. That will be our third ring once we unlock our third finger. counter damage. Will be helpful later on. Again, unfortunately, I only have 2 fingers, so I can't really make much use of it yet. Yeah, he's mind blown by how it's kind of like a fourth wall break situation. And I really enjoy how the game does those. They're actually kind of funny. Chance for a Mega, and its cooldown is 4 now. Totally forgot. Just unlocked that. Investigate more. Tamer badge buffs your tames. Night Ring, I believe, gives you long. Yes. That will be the next big purchase. Truth About Fingers, Tome 1. Gives us access to another finger. I guess we didn't know how to use before. Basically, the entire book is just... So, I was like, just looking at my hands, and like, I noticed there's definitely more than 2 fingers. There's at least 3. So it unlocks the 3rd slot. And then there's another one. I think it's just the second. Another one though. That is like an additional ring. Or there's just the one more, and it's like, hey guys, I just checked. There's 5 fingers there. Kind of crazy. I didn't realize this before. Kind of funny thing. One moment. 254,000 damage. Haven't even made it to the 3rd chapter yet. That's a lot of damage. Also means I can... Alright. 10% chance of getting a duration 5. Oh, I used my cards already. Swarm. Boomers are no issue. That's a whole lot of damage. They go fireballs or those. Cheeky half a million. Another cheeky half a million. Super special shot. That is a run kill right there. What? It's really easy. Everybody's against me. Making it seem like I'm the bad guy. Or none at all. Huge. Too good at this game. I'm simply just too good at this game. First, money. Not the skill I'm looking for. Get close on both of those. Alright, and that is the beginning of Chapter 3, The Complete Darkness. That's nice. I spent a bit too much money. Hit damage and health 20%. Which honestly, not bad. I will probably use that later. And that means we're closing on a 2-hour point at this stream, so I think I'm gonna call the stream there. Pick it up from there. Probably next week at some point. Anybody who is seeing this, thank you for watching. And have a good night.